Hello, my Scenty team. How are you? I am so glad that you're watching this video. You can consider this the July team meeting. I hope the YouTube format is working for everybody. I know it allows you to connect with me, albeit briefly or as long-winded as I run. But it can be done on your own time, on your own terms, and that's really convenient. During the fall, I will probably try to do some spreecasts again so you guys can join me live. Um, but that will be in the fall. Right now it's July and we're going to talk about summertime. Now that it is hot and it is summertime, it's coming with a vengeance here now that the rain has stopped. A week from today, I will be on a plane headed west for the Scentsy family reunion in Las Vegas. I'm really, really excited. I found out yesterday that some of our Scentsy sisters will be on the flight with me. They're friends of mine from the Oklahoma City area and Tulsa area. So I'm really excited to connect with them so early on the trip. I didn't expect to really be seeing much of anybody until Tuesday. So I'm pretty thrilled to get the party going on Sunday night as we take off. So that'll be fun. It'll be a smell good plane, let me tell you. Big things are coming in fall. I hope you guys are following along with the Scentsy Fragrance Facebook page. Perhaps follow them on YouTube or Twitter or Instagram, all those wonderful social media sites. There's a scent delivery system coming out. Don't know what it is. The clues they gave last week didn't make any sense, so I have no idea. Find out when I find out. The fall catalog is always spectacular. Scentsy is always busy in the fall. I don't know why. It's just our biggest selling season. Probably all of retail's biggest selling season because of Christmas and Halloween. So prepare to take advantage of that. Be booking your parties, be making contacts with your customers, and get ready for all of that goodness. In order to kickstart all of us off and get ready and get excited about all of that, Joseph and I have decided to host a team barbecue on August 1st. This will be a prime opportunity for me to share all of the goodies that I got from the family reunion. I should have a product kit by then. I will, of course, have all the information that I learned in Vegas. I will have the new fall catalog for you to look at. I will have in hand the new scent delivery system, whatever it may be, and I can tell you all about it and tell you all about the new trip. Qualification for that one will start on August 1st. It's a big goal of mine to earn an incentive trip, and I hope we can go on those together in the future. And it's pretty cool that they piggyback those. We go right on from launch to leadership summer incentive right into the big annual incentive qualification period. That's from one right into another. So even if you don't qualify to launch to leadership, hopefully you've planted some seeds, you've laid some ground that can catapult you into making some headway on the big one come this fall. So be looking at your Facebook and your email for an invitation to Pratt barbecue on August 1st. It'll be late afternoon, easy breezy, outside on the deck, grilling dogs and hamburgers. We'll have a cooler with drinks, Cokes and waters, that kind of thing. So laid back, family friendly event. So be looking for that. I'll send stuff out when I work out the details here in a few days. Speaking of getting ready for fall and boosting your own sales, don't underestimate the power of the scent and warmer of the month. Dandy Wish is the July warmer of the month. I hope you all are well aware of this. It's a really cute warmer. The white parts actually glow from the light inside. It is my understanding that the dandelion is actually a symbol for military children. So if you know any military kids, make sure they are aware of Dandy Wish. If you have any customers who have the Tarot Nightlight Warmer from, I guess, a few years back, you might also get in touch with them because it matches pretty well with that from what I understand. Guava Honey. The scent of the month is kind of hit or miss. Joseph didn't like it. I was pretty much on the fence. My mom loved it, and I had another customer that really liked it. So it's kind of fruity, but it's kind of got a weird guava back note on it, so we weren't we weren't super crazy about it, but making samples out of it, I've come to like it a little bit better. Um, it's hot. We mentioned that. So I actually switched to doing felt samples for this month. I'm trying to get in touch with some past customers, trying to boost my sales a little bit. So I've got a little over a handful of these made. I'm going to stick in the mail this week to people that have been doing sneaky peeks over on my website. Kind of, they don't know that that's what I'm sending to them. It's just a good random way for me to pick who gets one and who doesn't. So I'm going to send those out. But I literally just had a piece of white felt, cut it with some pinking shears, and melted cubes of wax in my warmer, dipped the felt in, placed it on wax paper, let it harden, and dropped them in these little jewelry bags. And then I'll staple it inside. I staple it in here about like such, probably a little bit higher. And then I will stick this whole thing in the mail. That way it's flat, so it goes through the mail easy breezy. And when this melts, because it will melt, it's going to be in the mid 90s, heat index probably in the hundreds. This will melt in transit, but the felt will just reabsorb it, or most of it, in the package. So that is an easy way to send out samples in the heat of summer now that we are there. What other tool I wanted to share with you guys, because I'm going to talk to you in a minute about something. Have you guys used these products? I think most of you got these in your starter kits, and I did not. I had somebody join my team and decide it wasn't for them after all, so they gave me theirs. These are awesome. These are so much easier to carry around in my purse than a big old catalog. And I don't have to worry so much about giving out all my catalogs because I'm actually running low. But these come like 50 to a sheet. 50 sheets to a packet. I think you get 3 packets in an order. And I want to say it's like $9, maybe less. I don't even know how much it costs, but that is on my fall to order list for transition month for sure. Those are fantastic. That's a great little tool, much easier to carry around with you than catalogs. And if you need to be more budget conscious, that's a good thing to throw in orders instead of catalogs too. You can just save your catalogs for parties and save yourself a little bit of money. That's probably what I'm going to look into doing for fall. So we've covered scent of the month, warmer of the month, hot weather samples, that neat little product sheet thingy majigger. Some of you were able to take advantage of the birthday bash sale. There's a few of us that have already gone active. Probably a couple of us at least took advantage of those sales. I know I was able to get a party-sized order out of it, and then I turned around and gifted those host rewards to the people that ordered because I really didn't need anything. And that felt pretty good. I'm happy to do that for my customers because I appreciated them taking the time to go to my website, order mostly on their own with very little help from me, and take advantage of that sale and pay for shipping. Although the discounts were way deep, they shouldn't have complained about shipping. It was an incredible sale. I took advantage of it myself, I'll be honest with you. We got a few things too. I just thought of that. That should be headed this way this week too. So let me see, where else am I? Oh, one other thing I'll show you. My kids were at Camp Grandma Grandpa last week, so I got some things done that I've been wanting to do for a while. I had a very long to-do list. Got about a month's worth of work done in a week, which was my plan. Kind of slacked off in June, needed to get caught up, and I wanted to get ahead so I could focus some time on my kiddos this week before I head off to Vegas. So I've had a stockpile of empty bars, empty clamshells laying around. I started collecting them because Jamie Sullins does this great training on YouTube, and it's about hostess stacking. And it's a neat little game that you can play at parties where you stack your hostess, where you like max her out on what she can earn with host rewards. And you assume like a $500 party, and when she's getting her half price item, she's like cashing in on systems so that she's getting like warmers and bars. So you're piling this person up with all of these boxes. And so you don't break your back taking it, and you don't break anything in the process. Jamie recommends taking empties. So that's how I started collecting my empties. I'm like, and at the time I wasn't doing hardly any parties. I'm still not doing a whole bunch. I'm doing more catalog parties than anything. But I was like, I need to do something with these. Well, then either I had the bright idea or I heard somebody mention it or a combination of the two, talking about turning business cards into magnets. And I'm like, well, why couldn't I do that with my curve? Because the curve is a cute little symbol. So these are literally cut off clamshells, and I always label my bars, which you should always label your bars. Don't send bars out of your house without labels on them. Please, please, please. How else will they know who to call when they run out? But for fear of them throwing that clamshell out before they actually need to reorder, because they're putting the cube in, it's going to last them a few days. I actually cut them out and put a magnet on it. So that was pretty cheap. I'd have to dig in my trash to get my magnets out, but Hobby Lobby sells the magnets. If I had to do it over again, I might actually get the sheet of magnets or get the thinner magnets. I got the thick because I'd initially planned to use the whole thickness. I was just going to cut it and go from there, but I actually decided to cut it all the way out because I was here by myself and I was watching a training and I could do that. So that's another cute little thing. So crafts from Heather tonight. That's what we just covered. Okay, serious topic, recruiting. I know that not all of you are interested in building teams and being a team leader, and that is absolutely, completely, 100% totally fine by me. If that is not your cup of tea, then don't do it. If you are looking to make some serious money in this business, you're looking to grow up the compensation plan, you're looking to earn incentive trips, then recruiting is absolutely 100% part of that. They say the fortune is in the follow up, and that's true. It absolutely is. But that's part of it. You follow up to get more sales. You follow up getting more sales, get more parties, get people interested, and they want to be on your team. So that's part of where that comes from. Excuse me. I hope you are all aware that Scentsy has a $49 join option for this month. They have never in their 11-year history offered a discounted starter kit. And that's what it is. And they sign up through your website, they have the option to join, and part of that option they will get to choose your starter kit. They choose the $99 starter kit, which we all got, or they choose the $49 starter kit. The only difference is what comes in the kit. The $49 special only has a warmer and a bar by way of product, whereas your kit probably may have had a soap in it. It had, maybe some of the laundry care, body spray, scent pack. Some of you may have gotten a buddy. You got the full size testers, all of that. This actually comes with the mini testers, which I actually think is better. The big ones are bulky and they're hard to carry around, and I actually like the minis better. I think the big ones are good for parties. Don't get me wrong. That's why they're called party testers. And they really do. They offer a bigger scent. You get better scent throw from them. But if you're in the business of doing even some um, catalog parties or bag parties or basket parties, whatever you want to call them, or I even give my home party hostesses a pre-party kit. So I use the minis for that. The minis are cheaper for your reinvestment whenever you have to buy a transition set. Those are cheaper. You can actually buy 5 mini test strips of one set for $1.50. So I kind of think the minis are a good way to go for anybody starting a new business, especially if somebody's needing to be budget conscious enough to take advantage of the $49 option. So, but everything's still the same. They get the workstation, they get the website for 3 months, they get the new consultant startup guide, they get product sheets, they get catalogs, they get order forms. So they get all the same business supplies. The only thing different is the Scentsy product. So take advantage of it. If you've got people that have considered it, like, oh yeah, I'd like to, but I just don't have $100 to spare. I just can't spare $100. Well, it's a little bit easier to spare $50 and a $49 kit, you can get a return on your investment after less than $300 in sales, less than $250 in sales can um, get your money back. I'm actually talking to a couple of people about joining right away and having some extra cash for back to school because that's right around the corner. If you join in this month, you get some good sales, you get paid on the 10th just in time for some back to school shopping. So um, if there's anybody if you remotely thought about recruiting and you have anybody that's remotely mentioned in passing that they might be interested, this is a good month to get in touch with them and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know this is an option. Everything else remains the same. It's still, nothing's different about the company. They don't get any less by way of support. They still have a fully supportive sponsor in you or in me. Um, so everything is still the same. They just don't get quite as much stuff in hand. I actually have somebody that I've been talking to for probably a couple of months now that one of her most recent excuses is that she decluttered her house. She has a small house and she doesn't want to fill it up with a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to say, hey, this $49 kit may be for you because you don't get as much stuff. You get the warmer, you get the bar, and you get the mini tester, so you don't have near as much stuff to have to worry about finding a place for. We'll see. But go forth, recruit. It sounds scary, it sounds intimidating, but if I hadn't recruited, I wouldn't have all of you. Some of you I wouldn't know hardly at all. There are people that I recruited that came along and decided it wasn't for them and moved on. It's absolutely fine. Most people still host parties for me. They're still my friends. It's all about the relationship, and I'm super glad that they did it because it brought us closer. Um, Maybe you just want your best friend to kind of come along because at some point you want to be big enough that the two of you are earning trips together. Or maybe you don't even care about earning the big trips together. Maybe you just want a buddy to go with to family reunion and spring sprint every year. That's fine. It is what it is for everybody. Everybody joins for different reasons. Everybody stays for different reasons. Um, but it's a good business. It's fun, even if you're just you know wanting to get your 20 or 25% back on what you order. Or I know plenty of consultants that literally just serve their close friends, family, and coworkers, and they're able to stay active that way with very little to no work at all. So, but they still serve a good purpose on your team if you're building a team. I will be here to help you learn how to be a sponsor. I hope I've learned a lot myself. I watched a training Tuesday morning training calls, and they're really good. If you're at work and you can just call in and listen. You don't have to participate in anything. I usually put it on and do something else here in the kitchen while it's on. If I usually have something available so that I can take notes. But I had gotten away from it because a lot of it I've heard before. Most of you probably haven't. But the kids weren't here on Tuesday. I decided to log on, and oh my gosh, it was one of the best, best things I had heard yet. And I hope you see some changes in me as your leader because of it. It's not going to be, it's going to be, coming in August and September and so forth. Just got too much going the next 2.5 weeks. But seriously, it was awesome. So there's plenty of help out there for being a good leader, for being a good sponsor, for helping those people who want to be in this blessing of a business with us. And we would love to have them. I will absolutely be there to help you, to help them. And I hope you all know that. So I think that's about it. I did want to mention one thing I discovered this week. I didn't really discover it this week. I've known it was out there for a couple of months, but I didn't watch it until this week. Some of my Scentsy sisters, our Scentsy sisters and buddies, have started a talk show. All of you know that I do the online steps to success every second Tuesday at 8 o'clock, like clockwork. Um, there's supposed to be one this Tuesday. This Tuesday would normally be the one that they do it, but I know they're going to do a live something from family reunion, so they may not do online steps this week. If they do, I'll make sure I post on our Facebook page. Um, if they don't be alarmed. They will be doing it a live thing from family reunion. But you all know that I do that. That comes out of Allison Dalkey's group. Um, so these other girls became friends, wanted to do a video together because they're big YouTubers, and they wanted to do something together, but they weren't often together. And then somebody had the bright idea, hey, you know what? We don't have to be physically together to do this. So they are now doing a Google Hangout talk show the first Monday of every month at 8 o'clock Eastern, and then they broadcast it live on YouTube. I'm not sure how they do that. I will be picking their brains very soon on that because I am friends with most of them. 3 out of the 5 I'm friends with on Facebook and hope to see next week at Scentsy Family Reunion. But it is called Glow, Glow, Sisters in Scent Firefly Chat. These girls are fantastic. It is Christina Stainbrook, Katie Farner, Jamie Sullins, Edie Ann Cote, and Dawn Rust, otherwise known as Spice Dawn. If you're looking for any of these, if you're looking for trainings outside of the workstation, go to YouTube and look up any of those 5 people. They have outstanding videos. You've heard me talk about Jamie before. She's a friend of mine, and she lives in Catoosa. She is, for me, she's the purple hair lady with the stiletto shoes, because that was my first impression of her when she spoke at Fort Worth Convention. She's also speaking in Las Vegas this year, which is super cool. Christina, just to let you know, in one of the first videos, she called herself a goober. That's her personality. These are very personality-full people. I mean, they're just so fun. They're just awesome. You need to go watch it. But they've done 2 so far. There's a little intro piece that's really short, and then they have 2 actual chats. It's talk shows. It's just them talking. There's nobody else chatting. There's nobody else sending them questions. It's just they have a topic every week, every month, and each woman gets an opportunity to speak to that topic. Very informative. The second one was on recruiting, and the first one was kind of a get to know you so you can learn more about the 5 of them. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. The first one's a little bit long. It's almost an hour, and the second one's right at 45 minutes, and their goal was to stay at 45 minutes. So that's going to be one that I try to add to my monthly repertoire just because I enjoy that group of girls. They're really spunky. I really like them. So go check them out. I think that's all I had. Oh, family reunion. I've already had one person ask me, keep me posted on the new stuff. I don't want to do any spoilers. I don't do spoilers on Facebook personal page. If I put stuff on my personal page, it's going to be something that is going to blow your mind, or it's just going to be personal pictures of me with me and Joseph, or me and other Scentsy family people. I typically don't put product stuff on my personal page because I don't want to ruin the rest of my July sales or my August sales by people saying, oh, I think I'll just wait till the new catalog comes out. I don't want to do that. I recommend you don't do that. I'm just not in a place in my business that I'm willing to do that. I will probably put something on my, I have a Scentsy fragrance page. I will probably do 1 or 2 pictures on there. I'm probably going to advertise this week saying, hey, I'm going to be at the family reunion next week. If you want to be the first to know about some of the new products, go follow my Facebook page. And I won't share it on my personal page. But I'll put a couple of things on there just to try to get more followers on there. I will, however, put more content on our team page because I want you guys to get excited about it. So I will try to put more stuff up on there than what I put elsewhere. So I do ask that you kind of keep it to yourself for now. I mean, that's entirely up to you, I suppose, but I would recommend not oversharing the fall product lineup too early or you lose sales. And all of that, most of that stuff, I mean, none of it's going to be available for you guys until September 1st. So you might kind of keep that close to your vest for a little bit longer. The other thing, The August warmer is really super cute. I don't know if you guys have checked it out. It's in the resources tab. I am personally going to market that to some teachers probably as soon as we get back from family reunion, and I'm going to offer them a special, a pre-order special. I don't know what the special is just yet. I haven't decided that, but I think it's a really adorable warmer. I think it'd be great in classrooms if they're allowed to have it. That matter, they may want something like that at home, but it's also it's good for teachers, good for really crafty people. So I've got some friends and customers that I'm gonna kind of do some pre-marketing on that one. So that's an idea to keep in mind as well. For maybe the last week of the month, hey, this is coming up at August 1st. If you're interested, if you're in a position, offer a special, fine. If you're not, then don't. I think that about does it. I really hope to see you guys August 1st. Be watching the Facebook page, be watching your notifications for an invite, be watching your email. I'll try to get that invitation ready by the middle of the week, mid to late week, because I will want RSVPs. Absolutely must RSVP by a few days beforehand. So go forth, be excited, be enthusiastic, love the business, love your products, and share, 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 and you'll be surprised at the goodness that will come to you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being on my team. I look forward to seeing you in just a few weeks. Good night.